before a few months ago, but similar yet different. I want you to imagine a massive cinema screen, kind of like the IMAX screens that they have in our world, where a battle is taking place in a city plaza between a platinum dragon, fierce, large, almost regal in its appearance, regal is the right word, fighting against 6 dwarven lords. One of the dwarven lords lies dead on the ground. And as you watch this scene, it's basically like literally an Avengers Endgame climactic battle with a CGI. It's you're taken back by, oh my God, you feel like you're there, like a 3D movie. I need everyone to make a perception check. What's up, John?
On the app or no?
What's up, John?
Just roll a die and let me know what the perception check is.
14.
So you got a 14. P.I. got a 14. Who else?
16.
17.
16, 17. Where is he
18.
Okay. All right. With those rolls, you realize that something is a little bit different about this scene compared to the previous one. And there's an audience that's like screaming in fear on the peripheral, that's terrified. And you distinctly remember that in the previous scene, there had been no audience. So there's more detail in the vision this time than there was before. And you're trying to pick out other things that are added to this vision from before. But with your rolls, you can't quite pick out all of them. It's just too quick. But you do know that it's something that the next one you have to keep an eye out for, because there are things that are changing about the image. And just before it ends, the second dwarven lord is basically decapitated by the bite of the platinum dragon, and the second one falls. And at that moment, you all wake up from the vision. There are four dwarven lords left, and Pia gets Huygar's the Stout's +1 Constitution bonus. So +1 Constitution to Pia, and if you have, I don't know what your Constitution is, but that might give you a hit point bonus retroactively.
It is, because
What is your con?
a 13.
13.
Right,
So, well, I don't know. It's what is it? 13.
plus a 4. If it's 14, it's a +2.
Exactly. So, and what level are you? 7?
Yeah.
So, believe it or not, you get an extra 7 hit points max. Oof. Because going all the way back to first level. So your Constitution is now 14, and you have 7 extra hit points going back to first level. So that is basically it. You guys experience this vision. It's similar than before. There's a little bit of a theme going on, and the boon was Constitution for this particular chamber. Is there anything that you guys would like to do before you leave?
Check out the sarcophagus.
Check out the sarcophagus. Maybe there's stuff inside.
Cool.
I'm gonna take a mouthful of water from the pool and spit it at Baka.
Make a general dexterity roll. Not just take a dexterity modifier, add it.
18.
18.
Tell him
What is your dexterity? What is your armor class, Baka?
18.
18. You feel?
I peed in the pool while we were just chilling there earlier.
Yeah, now it's in your face.
Tasted good.
Well, it's in his mouth.
Yeah. So you're wet, and he's had urine in his mouth. So you guys, I don't know how much even you are, but so it takes all 3 of you to actually, it takes a minimum of 3 of you. There's 4 of you, obviously, but it takes a minimum of 3 to get enough strength and leverage to push the lid off, and it strikes the ground and almost breaks. It makes a loud noise. And you actually look around like, oh shit, like did we just, wake the dead? And you realize that there are no more dead. So inside is a mummified remains of one of the dwarven lords. And now you're beginning to think to yourself, this might have been the lord that died in that vision. And that's the theme that's happening here. He's literally surrounded by gold pieces. It would take you hours to count them. Do you take the hours to count them? Or you just, what would you like to do? There's more gold pieces in that sarcophagus than you guys could possibly carry.
I'm shoving them in my sack.
I want a handful.
All right, well, let's put it this way.
As much as I could take.
If you want to max out what you can take, the horses are outside. I know some people have horses with saddlebags, but they're outside. As far as your person is concerned, What let's go back to the gold. I'll do one at a time. Theoden, it looks like you've got a little over 100 actual pieces. What's your strength, Theoden?
18.
18. So 18 gives you what, +4?
Yeah.
So 500 plus 400 is 900. You can carry literally another 800 pieces. You can take 800 gold.
I'm taking it.
All right, so mark down 800 gold on your sheet. And even when you take the 800 gold, there's still thousands of gold pieces left. So you don't have to worry about shit, you got all the gold. No, don't worry about it, guys. There's thousands of gold there. Let's go through the rest. I got Sirach, let's go next. Sirach, it looks like you got about 270 pieces.
Yep.
What's your strength?
12.
Is 12 plus 1?
+1, yeah.
Yeah, so you can carry 600, which means 270 and what, 320? Am I doing the math right?
Yeah.
So you can collect, a little over 300 gold pieces. You basically, if you wanted to write 320 down, go for it.
Sure.
So I guess you go from 20 gold pieces to like 340. If you guys go over this amount and you don't take the gold or whatever pieces you're carrying and throw them in your saddlebags, eventually everything you do is going to be at disadvantage. So keep that
Does
in
the
mind.
platinum? Do we add the platinum and the gold together?
That's
And
what I'm
then-
doing. That's what I'm doing. I'm adding the platinum and the gold together because this is the weight of pieces, regardless of what material they get out of. So now I'm on to Baka. Baka, it looks like you've got about 300. You got about 300. What's your strength?
It's 12. I have 100. Yeah.
So
So
what you can do is you can add another 300 gold pieces if you want.
yeah, I can take a 295 or
There
something
you
like
go.
that.
So just if you want, add the 295 in gold to your pieces.
Okay.
And then Pia, last but not least, Pia, it looks like you've got almost 300 pieces on you already. What's your strength?
10.
10. So your limit is 500. So you can take another 200 gold if you want.
Going for it.
Now, having said this, fellas, I don't remember who has the saddlebags. I think 2 out of the 4 of you have saddlebags on your horses, right?
Not me.
If you have a saddlebag on your horse and it's not full to capacity, you can take extra gold and be encumbered until you get outside and dump it in your saddlebag. So
Okay.
keep in mind that, so there, then you have saddlebags?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think saddlebags carry what, like 250 gold on each one for a total of 500?
It's just 500 pieces, yeah.
Yeah, so 250 each. So
Yeah.
if you wanted to, you could take another 500 gold, go outside and dump that shit in your saddlebags, and you have to do that. And that means that now your saddlebags are filled and you cannot put anything else in them.
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right, so add another, just write in parentheses on Pia. I'm assuming Pia is the other one with the saddlebags, right?
Yeah.
Are we splitting this gold that we're putting in the saddlebags, or?
No, because you guys changed it to my saddlebags.
Those are mine.
Wow.
So just write 500 gold and in parentheses saddlebags. So
I see how it is, Jacob.
Now keep in mind, if I were you, I would figure out something to do with that because, if somebody steals your horse, they're stealing that 500 gold too, so.
That's fine.
All right. And then now I also,
Anyway.
just remind me about the horses when you get outside. You haven't left yet. Is there anything else that you'd like to do in this chamber or in this general area before you leave?
Is there anything else in the room?
What does it say?
Investigation check.
I want to investigate as well.
Go for it. You'll give advantage to the group.
13.
17.
As far as you are aware, you cleaned out the room of anything valuable.
All right.
So are you guys?
Well, I'm done here.
Okay, so you're gonna make your outside. Who is gonna roll to find out if the horses are still out there where you left them?
I'll roll.
Harry, go find the horses.
Okay, Harry's gonna go look for the horses. Who's gonna roll to find out if Harry comes back with bad news?
Is it an investigation check?
No,
And
it's gonna be a percentile roll. 2 10s.
Oh, 2 10s.
Yeah. So we're gonna do it.
2 10s?
Yes. And what I'd like you to do, who is making the roll?
I'll do it.
Okay, Theoden, get on the app.
Oh.
Roll. Let me roll 1.
Hold on a second. Where's my fucking app? Hold on a second. Don't do it yet. Don't do it yet.
Okay.
I kicked out the app out like an idiot. All right, I think I'm back in. All right, if you want, roll. See where it says D10? Roll, press D10 once.
Oh, okay. Ready?
Yeah, and then give me the D10. Let me see what the number is. I didn't.
12.
I didn't get it.
No?
No.
I got it. It was a 12.
Well, how did you get a 12 if you just rolled the D10 once?
How'd you get a 12 and a D10?
No, if you click it twice, it does 2d10.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then you know what? We'll do a 12. All right. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, cool. No, the 3 and 9, so it's a 39. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
12, it's a 39. Lucky for you because you had a 15%.
Oh, 30. Yeah.
You had a 15% chance that the horses would have been stolen while you were inside. If you had rolled a 12, you would have went outside with your 500 extra gold and had nowhere to put them. But you rolled a 39. 39 means the horses are still there. So I'm assuming you guys dump your gold into the bag, so you're good. You're good to go. Now,
I knew it.
of course. So now we're at that point in the adventure where we have to figure out where the hell you guys are going to go next.
Yeah.
What would you guys like to do?
We should probably put our money somewhere safe. So maybe we look for a nearby city.
But we do have to go back to Hornshire.
Why?
Yeah, why?
The ritual.
The what?
The ritual.
What ritual? We destroyed them.
Guys, just so that I can get a sense of like where we're going to go next. If you want, I could give you some. I wrote out like these plot points for like the twist. You see, when you write fiction, it's always good to plant seeds earlier in the book that you come back to. So I kind of like organized it so that like there are certain like a. If you know what, let me just go take care of the horses. I'm really sorry. I don't mean to but I'm not really part of this group anyway.
You know what, Harry?
Harry,
Just tell us what you're thinking, Harry. Just tell us. Come on.
All right. I'm sorry. So I'm thinking like you could either go to Friendpool and face Captain Hull and possibly get arrested.
Not looking forward to that.
You could go back to Flitwick for a couple of different reasons. I mean, this Parthenax, that blue dragon guy, he seemed really nice. Seemed a little nuts, but seemed nice.
I feel like we should avoid the north.
And then there's Helen. I know that it would be good to have a romance in this book. I mean, a book without romance is a really boring book. So there's Helen there, and I think that she's pretty cozy on what's his the blue guy,
Blue guy.
and then there's Leo's family. You guys never really told Leo's family that Leo is no longer with us. I mean, that's a little rude, but hey, listen, I'm not being judgy. You guys can do what you want. There are also obviously the Harper.
I think by this point they know.
Yeah, that's true. It's a good point.
Yeah.
Then there's Kirillith, which is in the north, where the Desdemona is going to get married to. Oh, maybe she won't get married. I don't mean to put the cart before the horse, Baka.
Yeah, we should do that.
And then also there's obviously we could go east and look for the third dwarven cave on the map. We could do that. As far as, I mean, of course, there's other options. You guys can do anything you want, but those were the things that I think that, at least I have mention of in the first half of the book.
I think we need a break from the Dwarven Caves.
We could try heading to Banwell. Looks like a major hub. It's east. It's near a Dwarven cave, supposedly.
I say let there be a wedding.
You know what? Yeah, wedding. Let's do it.
Unconditionally.
You know what? Yeah, wedding. I'm up for a wedding. Let's do it.
Guys,
What is it, Harry?
I'm sorry, Theoden. So like, you don't necessarily have to have a wedding. Like you could theoretically, I don't know, like it might.
Shut up, Harry.
Okay. I'm just thinking it would be more like interesting to like maybe go there and I don't know, fight them instead of. No, I don't know.
No. Let Baka and her consummate the marriage. It'll be
Harry,
fine.
Harry, if we fight them, we may destroy the cake.
It's true.
Oh, and I want Sirach
I can't
wants
trust
cake.
you guys to help me when the time comes. So
Harry, you like cake, don't you?
I do. Honestly, I do like cake. I do like.
Yeah.
Cake.
See, you don't want the cake hurt.
Doesn't make much for a story angle, though. To be honest, it's just it's sort of
Cake is a great story.
Yeah, all right. I mean, listen, I'm open. Listen, whatever you guys do. I mean, I just don't see how you can save the world with cake. But all right, what do you say?
I'm not heading back north. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, I'm not going north.
Well, it's up to you guys.
Let's
Want
go
to go
east.
Vanwell so we're closer to another dwarven cave?
We could try going to. Wait, what's the G? What's the G stand for on our maps?
Make a wisdom check.
I forgot which what factions there were.
Make a wisdom check.
I'll give you guidance because I know what it is.
Guidance.
Gondor.
But I want you to figure it out.
Guidance plus D4.
Attaboy, Brendan. Throw him in. Throw him in when you can.
Gondor
11.
calls for aid.
Oh, you rolled with an 11?
Yeah.
You have no idea what the G on the map means.
Well, shucks.
Not with an 11.
Green beret.
The factions. Fuck.
So what would you guys like to do?
It's the Order of the Gauntlet. That's what it is. Yeah, let's head to Vanwell. It seems like a neutral city. No, wait, that says it.
I mean, we don't really have a choice. We gotta like
There's a G
sell
there as
shit.
well.
We gotta rest up. We gotta get food and supplies and shit.
We got to spend this money. We can't be carrying around this much shit.
And do bear in mind that the Order of the Gauntlet does not really like us right now. So
Well,
Vanwell it is.
Vanwell is it says a G. I think that's
I
a G.
still wear their colors, so I'm okay with them, I think.
well, we did kind of fight a whole bunch of them, and
I ain't ever scared.
I have invisibility. I can get in just fine.
yeah, I have disguised self.
Yeah, we've seen your disguises.
No, I actually have disguised self now.
Oh, you have the spell. Okay.
Yeah, you got the regular one.
No, I threw that kit in the trash.
It was a bad kit. Like you got that on Wish, and it just wasn't good.
It wasn't the same.
It was something someone's 4-year-old packed for you.
Yeah, it was a dollar store disguise kit.
Yeah, that was bad.
All right. Well, Vanwell it is then.
I'm down for Vanwell.
Yeah, why not?
Vanwell,
Okay.
Vanwell it is. Okay, so
I don't like
all right,
this.
so you saddle up, you get your saddlebags nice and tight, and you guys hop on your horses and you head in the general direction. Are you going at a breakneck pace, or are you going at just like a regular gallop while keeping an eye on the surroundings?
Let's go for the gallop. We have a lot of money. I don't want to.
Yeah, let's
Ambushed.
do the gallop. Let's gallop.
Who is
I'm gonna gallop a little faster than everyone else. Though.
who is
We went down like 500 pounds of money, probably.
well, since you're galloping a little faster than everyone else, I want a perception check from Theoden, please.
Can I try
Think about
shooting
a
his
cat.
money bags off his horse with a bow and arrow?
At some point in the day, I'm assuming you can. Let's do the perception
Okay.
check from Theoden first.
19.
19. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, you're scanning the surroundings. You travel at approximately maybe 25 to 30 miles in a day, keeping a good pace, but not so much that you would sacrifice your vision of your surroundings and whether or not you would be ambushed. At some point during the day, could Baka make that roll for me with his
It's 3 plus 6.
All right, at some point during the day,
3 plus 8.
you hear a whizzing sound go by your ear, Theoden, and you're not 100% sure what it was, but it was,
What was that?
yeah,
It's bees.
it might have been a bee. I'm not really sure.
The killer hornets.
Yeah, so the good news is that with your perception check of 19, if something dangerous had looked to ambush you or stroll up on you, you would have definitely seen it coming. But it was an uneventful day overall. So
Just that one, fly that buzzed
That's
right
always
past.
good, though. That's always good.
yeah, so the day burns. You set up camp for the following day. You settle in for the night. Is anyone keeping watch?
I want to set up the alarm spell.
Alarm
And
clock on the perimeter.
Exclude Pia without telling him.
Yeah, make a perception check.
18.
18. I think it's with an 18 in his perception check. It's not something like you can stealth putting up the
Can I sleight of hand it against him?
It's very hard to sleight of hand like an alarm spell with like copper wire and a perimeter. It's not
I'll take
something.
disadvantage. I'll do it.
Baka, baka, baka.
Vodka, that's not something you can sneakily do when you're walking around
Give it up.
setting up like a
I'll prove you wrong.
well,
Okay.
let's just say that he's aware of it. It's something he can say something about it. So while you are, who's taking first watch, regardless?
I will.
Okay, first watch is Pia. Who's taking second watch?
I'll take
So Vodka's second watch. Who's third watch?
I said third.
Oh, you said third. I'm sorry, my bad. Who's second?
That's okay.
I'll take
I'll-
second.
Okay.
All right, so
You voluntold me.
all right, so first watch is Pia. Pia, just make a perception check for the first few hours.
14.
14. Okay. Uneventful. You don't fall asleep. Nothing happens. Just a boring few hours. When it's your turn to turn in, you go and you wake up Sirach. I mean, from his slumber. Sirach, give me a perception check, please.
12.
12. Okay. You're watching, and while you're watching, you feel yourself dozing off and you fall asleep. While you're asleep, you find yourself suddenly standing on a beach with sand. You have no shoes on, sand going through your toes.
Here she comes.
The ground is warm. There's a breeze off the ocean. It's very peaceful. This dream is different in the sense that you're alone in this dream, and you don't see anything out in the water, and you don't see anything on the perimeter of the beach. What would you like to do?
Turn around to not face the water, see if anything's behind me.
When you look around you, for as far as the eye can see, you see nothing but sandy beach. It's actually almost like, it almost induces vertigo in the sense that you're looking out into the distance, into the horizon, and you see nothing but emptiness. So it's a bit weird, sort of. It's almost like an ocean that doesn't end on both sides. One ocean is blue and the other one is beige. It's bizarre. But you don't see anyone or anything.
Okay. Can I walk into the blue water?
Absolutely. You turn around and you begin to wade through the blue water. It feels cold. It's very comforting. It doesn't feel threatening in any way. You feel seashells under your feet as the water begins to rise up to your ankles and then your knees. At a certain point, though, when the water gets to about your waist, it goes no deeper, and no matter how far you walk, you still maintain the same maybe 30-foot distance from the sandy shore. In fact, you spend maybe 45, 50 minutes walking out into the water, and it almost as if you were kind of like an avatar in a video game, and you've reached the edge of the board. You just make no more progress. What would you like to do?
I don't know. Can't go any further. Can I go back to the shore and try to dig into the sand?
Sure, absolutely. What are you going to use to dig into the sand?
I guess just is it my entire person? Like, do I have my weapons and stuff on me, or?
Make a perception check.
Okay. 14.
Number 14, you notice for the first time that you have no weapons and no armor. You are wearing leather pants, no shoes, and a white, blousey, very Renaissance fair type top. You know, the ones with kind of like those strings that cut across, like on a shoelace, and maybe
like a doublet?
Yeah, probably. I don't know the word. What's the word? Gimlet?
Doublet.
Doublet. Yeah, that's the word. That's what it looks like. It's white, a very, very rich type material. It's definitely not a cheap shirt. It's expensive.
Okay.
I mean, you could use your hands to dig if you wanted to.
Well, I would use I'll use my hands, and then I have something else that I might want to try afterwards. But
so again, you feel like digging your hands into the sand is very comforting because the hot sand, when you reach underneath, there's liquid underneath, and you lift up, and it's obviously saturated with water underneath. But you maybe get a few feet under before you realize that there's nothing in the general area where you're digging. I mean, if you wanted to spend the time to build like a sandcastle or something, you would definitely do a performance check. It's up to you.
I mean, that would be fun, but no, I think I'm I think I'm gonna call out to be like, is anyone there? You know, because maybe if I'm dressed up fancy on the beach, hopefully someone's with me.
Right.
I'm not just going to the beach fancy by
I ain't
myself.
looking good for no one.
Yeah, exactly.
You call out and you receive no answer.
All right. Can I go to the beige water then?
Absolutely, absolutely. So instead of walking towards the blue water, you walk through the sand. And after what feels like walking for maybe 30, 35 minutes, in the distance, you see the first hint of something different in the horizon. And it's just a speck of white on the beige background. And as you approach it, after about maybe an hour of walking, you notice that it's actually kind of like a beach house that has a front porch, and it's got like white slats on it. It's got like kind of like what is that called? Well, anyway, it doesn't matter. There's no reason for me to get too that much into detail. The bottom line is on the porch in front is a familiar person standing on the ledge there. She has blonde hair. No, I'm sorry, dark black hair with white tips at the end. Very beautiful face. She has some very light purple facial tattoos, and she's wearing like this very royal looking outfit all in like purples. It's very thin and almost see-through because while it's royal and it's aristocratic, she is still at the beach. So it's not like, she's gonna show up in like a fucking sequin dress gown for like a ball or something. When she sees you, she comes down the steps and comes running towards you. I need you to make a perception check.
Someone's gonna get fucked on the beach.
21.
21. You notice before she collapses into your arms that she's been crying. She buries her head into your chest and she says, "I didn't expect to see you considering my mood. It's a nice surprise though." What do you say?
Chris, we need the girly voice.
Wasn't girly enough? I'll do my best.
I thought that was his girly voice.
Yeah, right.
Thank you.
I'm gonna ask you what is the problem? Why are you crying?
You're not real. What a strange question for my subconscious to ask me. God, goodness.
Subconscious.
Oh, excuse me, Baka, you're not there.
I'm just.
I mean, I'm still confused because it's like, why is it a strange question? I don't know why she's crying.
I'll just you caught the last comment though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
It's a strange question that my subconscious, yeah.
Yeah. So and then she looks up at you, almost wondering if you're going to respond to that. But in the absence of a response, maybe she continues, or will you respond?
No, I won't respond.
So she looks up at you and she waits for a response, but then smiles, like a happy smile, like kind of like a faraway smile, like she's wondering, should I go there? You know what? Maybe I'll go there. She says, "Fine, I'll play along." She says, she wipes her eyes and goes, "I'm a princess who's never going to be queen. But it's more than just that. It's my brother. It's just, So I guess it's good to talk about these types of things, even if you're talking to yourself. And 2 years ago, my father was killed, and my brother hasn't been the same since. He was such a gentle child, and then he changed, became cruel and selfish. I mean, I don't know. Do you really want me to say this? Is this a long story? Do you really want to talk about this?
Yes, it's good to get it out.
I guess you're right. All right, so she leads you by the hand up to the porch of the beach house. there's like a swing chair that's sitting there, kind of like in classic Southern movies on the porch. They've always got that fucking bench thing that's on like a swing where you can swing on it. I don't know if that's if he's getting the image for you, but I've seen it like it does in movies. And she basically tells you a long story, and it goes on for about an hour, but I'll give you the highlights of what she tells you. And there's back and forth, and you can interrupt to ask questions whenever you want. The forces that battled my father used evil magic to summon a demon, great power to turn the tide against us. Now my brother has taken it upon himself to make allies with a group of warlocks to summon a demon of his own and take the throne back. I love my brother, but I don't trust these warlocks. I mean, this is just the wrong path to take. It's a path of vengeance, and it's just a waste. I don't know who he is anymore. And also, he wants to marry me to keep the bloodline pure. I mean, I love him, but I don't love him in that way. But I honestly don't think I can refuse him. I mean, I wish I was real. I'd marry you instead. I'm sorry, I misspoke. What she said was...
Oh, shit.
What she said was, I wish you were real. I'd marry you instead, is what she said. I misspoke. And then she looks up at you, and she kind of like touches the side of your face, and content to just she's no longer crying. She wiped the tears away. She's breathing a little nicer. Getting it out was definitely helpful.
Right. I have two questions for her.
Okay, go for it.
One, why can't you refuse your brother?
Well, in royal families, sometimes to keep the line pure, it's been a tradition in my family to sometimes not just marry cousins, but also marry brother and sister. And
Nice.
I don't think that he's the one who he's going to be king, and you can't refuse a king. It's unheard of. And I do love him, and I don't want to hurt him. I don't want to refuse him. It's complicated. It's very complicated.
When was the last time you saw your brother?
No, yesterday.
Yesterday.
I always see my brother. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you mean see my brother?
I ain't slipping in there.
No, I didn't mean. I've never had relations.
Oh no! I just meant last time you interacted with him.
Oh, okay. Oh my goodness.
No, not the last time you shared a bed.
No. I've never. Just so you know, simply because there's a tradition of birthing a child to keep the royal family lines pure, it would simply be the act of procreation of offspring. It wouldn't be something that would be done for enjoyment. It would be assumed that my brother would have his concubines, and that I would take a lover of my own that would unfortunately be, my husband in everything but name, unfortunately. But we would be king and queen. But in that circumstance, he would be king, and I would have no power at all. So it's just a sad. It would not be so difficult if he was the person who he used to be before my father died. But the man who he is now, this is just going to lead to ruin. And I'm powerless to stop it, or at least I feel like I'm powerless to stop it. I don't know what to do. Anyway, I think it's funny that we usually do other things when you visit me in my dream. I'm very surprised that we're having this conversation. It's very strange.
Yes, it tends to be. Why can't you just run away?
Ever since I was born, I've had people catering to me hand and foot for my entire life. If I were to run away, I'd have to run away from my family legacy. I would have to run away basically a peasant. I don't mean to come across the wrong way, but I live in the lap of luxury, and I would give everything up. It just doesn't seem to be a rational decision to make. I'm sure some people would have the strength to do that, but not I. But you must be tiring of these conversations. You've been such a good listener, and honestly, I'm in the mood now. So, if you'd like to go inside, I wouldn't have a problem with that. It's really up to you.
Sure.
So she leads you by the hand inside and does the dirty until you wake up, basically with your eyes opening because Baka basically snaps you on the forehead. Dude,
I didn't snap him. I slapped him.
slapped him on the forehead, waking you up at the absolute most inconvenient time, considering what you were doing in your dream. But you've come back to reality.
All right.
Do you tell anyone about your dream in the next couple of days, or do you keep the dreams to yourself?
I want to talk to Pia.
Well, then you know what? Let's do like a fast forward a couple of days on the traveling to Vanwell, and ride your horse up next to him and have that conversation with Pia. Now, just so that while it's fresh in your mind, to have that conversation.
Hey, Pia.
Yes.
I've never really asked you much. What can you tell me about your family?
Nothing.
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 Do you not know your family? Do you not want to mention anything?
No, I actually don't know anything. It was like my whole life was a blur. And one day I just woke up and came to, and I was in Flitwick.
Slave of Baylor.
I don't know anything of what happened before then.
I see.
It's very possible that I could have been somewhere in that vicinity, and maybe I have like died or was cursed and lost my memory, and Baylor found my soul somehow and just kind of brought me back to reality.
Hmm.
And I've
You've never, I know Baylor is capable of many things. You've never had any strange dreams or visions of, seeing yourself in a different location?
other than from what I recall, other than from just in front of Baylor and having him, make me chop my fingers off or, put his dick in my mouth. Not really.
All right.
It was absolutely terrifying, by the way.
Okay.
Not sure if you've dealt with that yet.
No, I have not, and I hope I do not. Luckily, I have not talked to him often. I think let's try to keep it that way. One other thing, Pia. Have you encountered any other tieflings in your travels?
Other than any that we've seen with you, not really. Maybe one or two before we met you, but nothing major that is worth mentioning. Just regular, everyday people.
Well, not regular, everyday people. They're tieflings.
You know what I mean?
I know what you mean, but
Yeah.
what? Yeah, this may sound a little insensitive, but what color were they?
I think they're gray ones. Other colors are not really ringing a bell. Maybe I can intelligence check. I don't know.
Sure. The spectrum goes anywhere from red to blue to purple, and actually you're kind of rare in the fact that you're navy blue. Usually it's more like a sky or a turquoise blue. But
I'm trying.
But that's legit. That's legit. A question. You wouldn't even have to roll. You'd be able to answer that question.
Yeah, I want to say just like maybe grays or red ones, But there was something that I saw that was like, oh my God, something special or something's weird about this person or this tiefling,
Okay.
Nothing I can remember.
None of them talk to you or anything?
Not in a weird way, just like a, hey, what do you want to drink? Or, oh, the shop is that way,
All right.
Why?
No, I was just curious if, you ever encountered one with some red coloration, a little white mixed in. Curious.
I really don't think I did. And if I did, I don't remember.
Okay, well.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I really don't think I have. Unless I'm missing something, maybe Harry has something in his book.
Well, Harry's not really near you guys while you're having this conversation.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe Harry has some records in his book if we ran into one that I don't remember. But it could have been even before I met Harry, before we met him.
So, yeah, unless you have any more questions for him, Sirach?
No.
Okay.
Thought of another question to ask in the dream, but
Oh, you can. In the dream. Oh, well.
Yeah.
You keep in mind, you were not forced to jump into the bedroom. You could have asked the question. I mean,
but I thought of it now as I was talking to Pia.
Well, he wanted.
Not that I think she would have answered, but
But
I see you.
Is there any other questions that? I mean, you can't listen. I don't want to cut the conversation short. I'm just trying to gauge as far as where you transition to like small talk.
I guess. I mean, what do you know about your race? Is there a hierarchy? Is there like a notable, is there a type of family that is more well off than others?
Do you Pia, do you want me to let you do like an intelligence or wisdom check and then give you a little helpful to answer that question?
Yeah, because it's been a little while.
That's cool. No, it's cool. Do like either an intelligence or wisdom check, whichever one's higher. Not the saving throw, just the whichever bonus on the skills, not the skills, the abilities are higher, wisdom or intelligence.
Well, I rolled a 6.
Well, okay, so that would mean that if there was a family, any kind of hierarchy, you really have no idea, and that you're serious in the sense that like you feel like you're an orphan and you have no connection to where you came from, what you are, how you got to the prime material plane. You really don't know. Like you'd love to give him, you might even love to give him answers or have some of the answers yourself, but you just have no clue.
I really would, but I just don't know. It was as if one night I like spawned near Flitwick, and I've just kind of been traveling ever since.
All right.
And I promise you, he probably won't say, but I promise you it has something to do with Baylor or somebody down there.
I mean, it makes sense if you don't really.
Yeah, I don't know.
It came to be, you remember Baylor, and that's the only thing you remember.
And another thing that I don't know that I would like to find out is why he chose me. You know what I mean?
From what you've told me, I don't want to know either.
No, I want to know.
You want to know?
Yeah, I want to know why he chose me.
You
know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So that's kind of where I'm at right now.
So the conversation goes into like just small talk about the weather and where you guys are headed and what you know about Vanwell. And what we'll do now is take the clock back a few days ago to that night that you had that dream when Baka woke you up. Okay? And this is the point where we would do a roll for Baka to do the perception check. But Baka, you don't have to, because obviously you made it 3 days later and nothing happened. So you know for a fact that you didn't fall asleep and no one got attacked. But while you were doing that last watch, Theoden was asleep. Okay? And I want everyone, not just Baka, everyone to do a perception check. Not except for Theoden. Theoden is unaware.
Why is everyone getting something except me? Jesus Christ.
16.
16.
23.
23, not enough.
13.
13. Okay. I can't see you on the top camera. You're still with us, right, Theoden?
Oh, absolutely.
Cool. The reason why
Always.
I've got a limited number of pictures. I can't.
Oh,
now
I got them all up.
Now I see you. Now I see you because you're talking. So cool. All right. So you open your eyes and you're laying on your back in your bedroll, and it's basically dawn. The sun is. It may be 5:30. Dawn is about to break, and Rexa is laying on top of you and she's kissing you, and she's literally completely stark fucking naked. And she's making out with you. And at some point, I mean, do you say anything to her, or you just go with it? You just sounds like you just go with it. Yeah. So at one point,
riding that wave.
At one point, while she's kissing you, she leans back up, and you can basically see like her ample bosom basically splayed out across your chest, and you're looking at. She looks at you, and she smiles, and she says to you, and you wake up.
And I climax.
And no, you wake up and it's not Rexa.
Oh.
It's Chester. Sitting over you.
His dog fucking found him.
Fucking dog found him. Chester is twice the size of what he is. He's literally like the size of a Great Dane.
Oh my God.
And he's fucking like, he's gonna.
I was not expecting that.
He's running circles around you and shit, and everybody else out. The reason why Baca didn't notice him was because he bounced into place, and the reason why 23 didn't work as a perception check is because Rexa was never there. He's fucking dreaming. So the bottom line is the dog is there, and he's looking at you. He's wagging his fucking tail, and he's running circles around you. He's got these He looks like a cross between like a fucking pit bull, like mutt, that's got a little bit of like Rottweiler in it or two, really muscular, really happy, tongue hanging out the mouth.
Oh man, I forgot about Chester.
And obviously, basically knocking you down, trying to like fucking lick your face off, whatever it is. Now,
I'll lick him right back.
There you go. So suddenly, out of the corner of its eye, Chester notices a squirrel and takes off after the squirrel.
God damn it, Chester.
What?
Chester!
Okay, make an animal handling check.
Can I grant guidance for that, or am I sleeping?
Are you?
It would be, honestly, hold on. Before you tell me that roll, don't even tell me the roll yet. You already rolled it. I need you to make a perception check to see if you would know to do guidance. Perception check on PI.
Dirty 20?
So with the dirty 20, you noticed, and you can cast guidance on him on his animal handling check. So whatever you rolled, you can roll an extra D4.
Even if it's a nat 1?
Oh, it's a nat 1? Oh, let's just say, okay. So
every time I do that, he does this.
So check it out. He runs after the fucking squirrel, and he's not properly trained, and he was taken by surprise, and he runs off.
What happened last time?
And the fucking thing, pamps out, and he's gone.
Stop!
He's gone. Sorry, but and I think honestly, that's probably a good time to call it halfway to Banwell. Sorry, man. I was gonna give you the stats, but you had to make it.
I know. Literally.
But the good news is the dog's not dead. That's obviously confirmation.
Now he knows.
And
at least he remembers me.
He totally remembers you.